The incident that rocked daytime television unfolded on a typical lively episode of Loose Women, where the panel, including the outspoken Denise Welch, welcomed Dr. Sara Al Madani as a guest to discuss topics ranging from women's empowerment and entrepreneurship to cultural perspectives on success and family dynamics. Dr. Sara, known for her bold motivational speaking style and unapologetic views shaped by her Emirati background, entered the studio radiating confidence, dressed sharply and ready to share insights from her journey as a multi-award-winning entrepreneur. The conversation started cordially enough, with the hosts praising her achievements and asking about her rise in business despite societal expectations in the Middle East. However, tensions began simmering when the talk shifted to gender roles, work-life balance, and the pressures modern women face. Denise Welch, ever the passionate advocate for women's rights and personal freedom, challenged some of Dr. Sara's points about traditional values and self-reliance, suggesting they might overlook the systemic barriers many women still encounter. Dr. Sara responded firmly, defending her philosophy that individual accountability and resilience trump external excuses, which quickly escalated into a back-and-forth that grew more intense with each exchange. Viewers at home could sense the shift as voices rose, interruptions became frequent, and the usually light-hearted banter turned sharply pointed. Denise accused Dr. Sara of downplaying real struggles, while Dr. Sara countered that overemphasizing victimhood hinders progress, leading to a moment where both women spoke over each other passionately about empowerment's true meaning. The studio audience reacted with a mix of gasps and murmurs, and the other panelists tried to mediate, but the fiery energy between the two dominated the segment, drawing in millions watching live who were glued to their screens anticipating what might come next in this unexpected clash of strong personalities and differing worldviews. As the debate intensified, Denise Welch leaned forward, her expression a blend of frustration and determination, pressing Dr. Sara on whether her success story was realistic for the average woman juggling childcare, low wages, and discrimination without the privileges Dr. Sara might have had. Dr. Sara, unflinching, retorted that she had faced her own battles, including cultural constraints and starting from humble beginnings, insisting that mindset and hard work were universal keys rather than circumstantial luck. The exchange grew personal when Denise referenced her own experiences in the entertainment industry and raising children amid public scrutiny, implying Dr. Sara's advice felt detached from everyday realities. Dr. Sara fired back, questioning if constant focus on hardships wasn't itself a barrier, urging women to adopt a more proactive stance instead of dwelling on obstacles. This sparked a rapid-fire volley of arguments, with phrases like "you are not listening" and "that's exactly the problem" flying across the desk. The hosts attempted interventions, one suggesting they agree to disagree, but the momentum was unstoppable. Social media began buzzing in real time as clips circulated, fans of both women taking sides in what was fast becoming a viral moment. Denise's supporters praised her for calling out perceived privilege, while Dr. Sara's followers cheered her for promoting self-empowerment without apology. The atmosphere in the studio thickened with tension, cameras capturing every furrowed brow and emphatic gesture, turning what was meant to be an inspiring interview into a raw, unfiltered confrontation that highlighted deep divides in feminist discourse. Neither woman backed down, each doubling down on their convictions, making it clear this was more than a disagreement, it was a collision of deeply held beliefs played out under bright studio lights. The tipping point arrived when Dr. Sara, visibly animated, raised her voice to emphasize that true liberation comes from rejecting limiting narratives, a statement Denise interpreted as dismissive of legitimate grievances faced by women worldwide. Denise shot back sharply, accusing Dr. Sara of oversimplifying complex issues and perhaps not fully grasping the nuances of Western struggles, which prompted Dr. Sara to defend her global perspective, noting she had worked with women from diverse backgrounds who thrived through determination alone. The panel descended into chaos for a few seconds as overlapping voices drowned out the moderator's attempts to regain control. In a dramatic flourish, Dr. Sara stood up, microphone still in hand, declaring that she would not continue participating in what she called a one-sided attack on her values. and she proceeded to walk off the set amid stunned silence from the remaining panelists. The camera followed her exit briefly before cutting back to the shocked faces left behind, with Denise shaking her head in disbelief and muttering something inaudible. The audience erupted in a mix of applause and murmurs, unsure whether to cheer the boldness or lament the abrupt end. Producers scrambled behind the scenes as the show cut to a hasty commercial break, leaving viewers at home reeling from the live drama. This walk-off wasn't just a guest leaving, it felt like a statement, a refusal to compromise on principles in the face of opposition, and it instantly fueled endless online speculation about what had truly transpired in those heated minutes. In the immediate aftermath, the Loose Women studio tried to recover composure as the hosts addressed the incident directly once back on air, with Denise explaining her side calmly but firmly, stating she had only intended to challenge ideas, not attack the person, and expressing regret that it escalated so quickly. The other panelists echoed sentiments of wanting open dialogue while acknowledging how passions can flare on sensitive topics like women's rights and success. Meanwhile, Dr. Sara, having left the building, took to her social media platforms shortly afterward to share her perspective, posting a composed video where she explained that she chose to exit because she felt the conversation had become disrespectful and unproductive. Refusing to be drawn into what she saw as an ambush rather than a discussion, she reiterated her core message of empowerment through personal responsibility and thanked her supporters for standing by her. The clip garnered thousands of reactions within hours, with hashtags like #SaraWalksOff and #LooseWomenDrama trending as people dissected every word from the segment. Media outlets picked up the story rapidly, framing it as everything from an empowering stand against groupthink to an overreaction that disrupted a civil debate. Clips of the confrontation circulated widely on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, edited into slow-motion highlights that amplified the intensity, drawing in audiences far beyond the show's usual demographic and sparking broader conversations about free speech, cultural differences, and how daytime TV handles controversial guests. The fallout extended well beyond that single episode, as public opinion split sharply along ideological lines, with some praising Dr. Sara for her poise and courage in walking away from a situation she deemed toxic, while others sided with Denise for fearlessly questioning potentially privileged viewpoints in a public forum. Comment sections overflowed with debates mirroring the on-air clash, some users calling for Loose Women to invite Dr. Sara back for a follow-up to resolve the unfinished business, others arguing the walk-off was the perfect mic-drop moment that needed no sequel. Industry insiders speculated on whether this would impact future bookings for either woman, though both continued their careers undeterred, Denise remaining a staple on the show and Dr. Sara leveraging the attention to boost her speaking engagements and entrepreneurial ventures. The incident highlighted the risks and rewards of live television, where unscripted moments can catapult participants into the spotlight or create lasting impressions. It also underscored how quickly a routine chat can evolve into something far more significant when deeply held beliefs collide without common ground. In the days that followed, articles analyzed the body language, the exact phrasing that ignited the fire, and even cultural contexts that might explain the differing approaches to confrontation and debate. Ultimately, the event served as a powerful reminder of the complexities surrounding discussions on women's empowerment in a globalized world, where Eastern and Western perspectives, personal experiences, and generational views often intersect with friction. Dr. Sara Al Madani's departure from the Loose Women set became emblematic of standing firm in one's convictions, even at the cost of decorum, while Denise Welch's persistence represented a commitment to probing tough questions without retreat. Neither emerged as wholly right or wrong in the eyes of all observers. Instead, the confrontation sparked ongoing dialogues in living rooms, online forums, and even professional circles about how best to advance gender equality without alienating allies. The viral nature of the clip ensured it would be referenced for years, a snapshot of a moment when television transcended entertainment to become a mirror for societal tensions. As time passed, both women continued to inspire their respective audiences. Dr. Sara through motivational platforms emphasizing resilience and self-mastery, Denise through her advocacy for mental health, equality, and authentic expression of proving that even explosive disagreements can coexist with mutual respect in the broader landscape of public discourse. The episode, though chaotic, ultimately enriched the conversation rather than silencing it, leaving a lasting mark on daytime TV history.